All right, you guys, here we go. Thank you for tuning in. I always appreciate when people take time out of their evening and their family and football, hello, to tune in to information like this. And it really just shows me that your health is a priority, which always means a lot to me and to Eric. So I'm going to go through this information as quickly as I can. My goal is to be done in about 30 minutes, but I also don't want to talk so quickly where you can't understand what I'm saying. There's just a lot of information. And if you're on this webinar, you've heard something about Ocean Avenue and this wave system that Eric and I have partnered with. And every day I've been doing a different product video just to really break down what these products do. And the more research I do, the more reading and learning that I do, I just am more and more blown away at how amazing these products are. So Eric and I are just really excited to get them in as many bodies of our friends as possible so we can really start to collect stories of what these products are doing for people from a fitness standpoint or a weight loss standpoint or a pain standpoint, maybe people that are dealing with chronic pain. So what I wanted to do tonight is basically break down what each of the products do and then also show you some of the packages that we recommend according to getting you to your specific results that you're looking for. So just to get us started, just understand that this is actually different from other products that we've promoted. Prior to this, we would find products that we liked, but and we believed in the product and we studied the product and the ingredients and things like that. But, just over the last year or so, we've become even more sensitive to ingredients and not just ingredients, but how and why products are formulated, because a lot of products, whether it's something that you get in GNC or Walmart or even another referral marketing company like Ocean Avenue, typically it's one of many products being made in a big manufacturing plant. And it's just kind of, okay, how inexpensively can we create a product? How much of a markup can we put on the product and how much of it can we really sell? Whereas this was actually created completely differently. All of these products were created by a gentleman named Franco Cavallari. Franco is actually a nutraceutical biochemist and is also a professor at the University of British Columbia in Canada. And basically, ever since he was in the 10th grade, he has been researching nutrition and basically using his body as a guinea pig. He was a really small kid growing up and wanted to play soccer and then wanted to become a natural bodybuilder. And so he literally used his own body to help to create these products and was immediately interested in, the cellular level of things, the systems that our bodies function on, and how he could help those systems to function more effectively. And one of the products that I'm going to talk about tonight, Empower, this product was actually created literally to save his life, because a while back he was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, which, basically you can bleed to death from the inside out. And he had basically been struggling with it for a year. And by the time he finally went to the doctor, they were amazed that he was still alive. And they basically said, if you don't have surgery within a week, you are not going to be here anymore. So he has lived these products and experienced these products in a way that, he's living proof that these products work, from the physical accomplishments that he's been able to do and also the life-changing way that he has been able to feel the impact of what these products have done. So a really great program that Ocean Avenue has put together. Eric and I actually had the opportunity to go out and meet the founders of the company, and just the way that they put everything together, the fact that you have the opportunity to get these products for free just by sharing them with people, the fact that you can actually earn vacation points just by using the products and sharing the products is something that we've never experienced before on the vacation end. And, now we kind of think, wow, not only who do we want to share these products with, but who do we want to go on vacation with? Because it's really, really simple to do. All right. So, like I said, Franco, he lives it, he breathes it. He just gets so excited about being in the lab and looking under the microscope. And he's also a father. So you'll hear me share as I go through the products that he has that filter of, would I give this to my children, which I know for me and a lot of other people, that's a filter that we use as well. So I appreciate the fact that that's where he's coming from. All right, so let's start to break down these products. And I've gone ahead and put the prices on here. I don't want any of that to be hidden, and we're going to discuss that as we go too. So let's go ahead and start with the Way Smart Shake. And this is an incredible product. This basically serves as a meal supplement or a meal replacement. And this is something that can be used by anybody. I've been having a couple of these a day. I always have one for breakfast. The kids absolutely love them. It's something that my daughter will always have because I pick her up from school early and we go right to gymnastics. So she's been having one of these on the way there, and she's noticed a big difference in just her ability to sustain her energy. She's less sore, things like that. So the two protein supplements that I'm going to talk about tonight, they are derived from whey, but they are a pure undenatured whey. So I'll talk a little bit about this on the Whey Smart, and then I'll talk about it more on another product on Whey Beyond. But just understand that this is unlike any other whey proteins that are on the market, because most other whey proteins that you can get at the grocery store or GNC or something like that, they have been exposed to heat and different enzymes to basically break it down. And during that process, it also breaks down the biological components that make it effective in your body. Okay. So in addition to the whey, there's other different types of protein in here, and they all have different times that they are released in your body. Some are released very quickly, some are released over a longer period of time. So that's what makes it a great meal replacement, because you're going to feel satiated and satisfied by using this shake. So in addition to the whey, it also has pea protein, which is a great protein because it's very easy to digest, and that's one that also takes longer to be released in your body. It also has casein protein, which I'm realizing I think I have the wrong set of notes here. Let's see, because I'm not going into as much detail about it. Okay, casein protein, which is released even slower. And then it also has a combination of fibers and flax and spirulina, which is a great ingredient. It helps with allergies. It helps to strengthen the immune system. It helps to control blood pressure and cholesterol. And spirulina itself, the ingredient, has also been shown to prevent cancer. There's a lot of ingredients that people are finding that on the prevention end can make a huge difference. There's also an ingredient called chlorella, which is a great ingredient that helps with overall detoxification. And here's the beautiful thing about using something like Way Smart is I always like to use the example of breakfast, because that's typically a meal that people either skip or, don't get a good one, or maybe they drive through to get it. Or I know for kids, a lot of them start their day with a sugary cereal or a Pop-Tart or a donut or, something like that that's just infused with so much sugar. So whether it's you or your child, what ends up happening is you're waking up and you're having some kind of sugar first thing in the morning, which is gonna, you know how sugar reacts in your body. It makes it hard to focus, and especially for kids to sit still and listen and pay attention in class. And then once your body realizes that it's had all this sugar, it's going to release insulin because it realizes there's too much sugar flowing through your blood. So it's going to release this insulin, which is going to lower your blood sugar. Well, that's typically going to be combined with a sugar crash. So then your blood sugar ends up actually getting too low. And then again, you're at a point, or your child is at a point where they just feel kind of lightheaded. They can't focus. They feel like they're kind of in a fog. And then here we go. It's lunchtime. And typically, there's a sugary drink. There's some kind of sugary dessert or something that has sugar in that lunch. And so it basically just creates a very severe high and low roller coaster throughout the day, which is honestly a prescription for type 2 diabetes. That's how a lot of people end up with that condition, because it's just day after day, month after month, year after year of this constant insulin displacement, and people end up diabetic. The other beautiful thing about this shake is it is highly bioavailable. So that means that beyond the body's ability to use it, more importantly is the body's ability to absorb it as well. So you want that combination of it being bioavailable to actually absorb it through the cell, and then actually be able to use it throughout your body systems, okay? So I actually don't have all of my notes for that, but I did an 11 or 12-minute video specifically talking about Waste Smart. So be sure that you check that out, because I really break it down. And this is an incredible smoothie to have, like I said, as a meal replacement or a meal supplement. So let's go ahead and talk cost, okay? It breaks down to about $2.17 per meal, okay? So again, you're not going to be able to drive through or even realistically cook a good breakfast or lunch for that cost, okay? So it's either way, it's going to save you a lot of money. Now, partnered with this, as you can see, this is a screen where I'm kind of prescribing what is useful for weight loss, okay? So the two products that we're recommending for weight loss is to combine the Waste Smart with a product called Invigorate, which, I've been using this product too, and I have just been blown away at how well it works. And I'm going to break down all of the things that this product does, because even though, it's marketed as a weight loss supplement to help burn fat and boost metabolism, what Franco has done is he has created these products where you're going to get a huge benefit with one product. You're going to see results, and it's going to improve a system within your body, okay? But what ends up happening is when you combine these products together, it's not just going to improve one system, it's going to improve multiple systems in your body. So we'll talk more about that as we go. But what Invigorate does is it basically performs three main functions, and that is it supports insulin efficiency, it also improves cognition and decision making, and then it also blocks the adverse effects of cortisol, which is your stress hormone, which all of us are dealing with some sort of stress throughout the day. Now, the main ingredient in Invigorate is ginseng. And again, Franco doesn't do things like most people do it. In most products that have ginseng in it, you're lucky if you'll get up to maybe on the high end, 15% ginseng, a 15% concentration of ginseng. Well, what Franco has done is he has actually figured out a way to create an 80% concentration of ginseng. And not only that, but he has specifically extracted the most active ginseng compounds, okay? So this is actually going to support insulin efficiency with specifically added minerals. And it's also going to block the body's ability to absorb carbs in the way that affects glycemic levels. Now, this is huge because so many people are, looking for lower glycemic foods because they're realizing how the higher glycemic foods are leading to, your body storing those carbohydrates as fat. Well, he has actually figured out in this product a way for your body to block the ability for your body to absorb those carbohydrates that are going to affect your glycemic level. So that is tremendous. It's also going to improve decision making with food because it's going to work in combination with your serotonin and your cortisol levels to help you regulate stress, which is ultimately going to help in your decision making processes. Okay. And I know you've heard people say that they're addicted to carbs. That's just a natural thing for a lot of people to say. Well, this isn't just, a psychological thing, people thinking, oh, well, I have to have carbs. It is actually correlated with serotonin. Okay. So when you are raising your level of cortisol in your body, which is your stress hormone, it's actually going to interfere with your serotonin levels. And lower serotonin levels can lead to depression and weight gain. Okay? So basically, this is going to block the ill effects of cortisol on the thyroid gland and allow metabolism to function at full capacity to help burn fat. Franco specifically chose ingredients that do not incorporate activators of the central nervous system. So, you may hear metabolism booster or fat burner and think of a commercial product like, say, Hydroxycut. Well, they're not taking into consideration at all the ingredients that are affecting the central nervous system. So you take a Hydroxycut, you're going to feel your heart rate go through the roof. You're going to experience jitters, and it's not going to be a great feeling. Well, Franco has taken all of those things into consideration and has specifically chosen safe thermogenic enhancers, and two specifically. One of them is raspberry ketones, which regulate a protein used by the body to regulate metabolism and to help you burn fat faster. It also contains green tea extracts, which are proven to boost metabolism and burn fat. So what it's going to do is it's going to actually circumvent the emotional tie to food through regulating insulin, which contributes to appetite. Okay. It's also going to allow your body to function like it was younger. That's how you're going to find that all of these products work together to do that. And it's also going to work together to activate the brown fat cells, which we tend to lose as we get older. Now, brown fat cells are what we have a lot of when we're babies. And those are the fat cells that surround our organs and produce heat. Well, what happens as we get older is they typically become adipose or fat cells. So this product can actually reactivate those brown fat cells. Okay. So really, really incredible product. You take 3 a day. You take 1 before each meal. I have noticed, you guys, I've been using it for a couple of weeks now. I can honestly say I've noticed a huge difference in my mood. I am one that I very easily get a low blood sugar dip if I don't have something every 3 or 4 hours. I have had no dips in my blood sugar whatsoever. And if you guys know us, you know that we have Candy Day every Friday. And, mom and dad typically take part in Candy Day too. And for the last 3 weeks, I have not wanted candy. I love Swedish fish. That's normally the candy that I get. And for the last 3 weeks now, I have not had a taste for it whatsoever. Okay. So again, for a total weight loss plan, depending on how much weight you have to lose, we're recommending that you replace either 1 or 2 meals with a Way Smart shake. So if you replace 1 meal a day and include the Invigorate, it's going to cost you about $4.33 a day. If you go for 2 meals a day, it's going to cost you about $6.50 a day, which I know that's typically around or less than the cost of what people spend just on lunch. Okay. So, you may not be used to paying it all at once, but in the long run, it truly is going to save you money. All right, so let's talk more about people that have an overall fitness goal, but also listen to each of these products because, again, each of these products are going to help with a specific system, and all of them, as you'll hear, are incredible products, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about Way Beyond and understand, because this is a really hot button for people nowadays, is both the Way Smart and the Way Shake are gluten-free and GMO-free, and they are also produced in a certified gluten-free facility. So that's huge. Now, Way Beyond is also derived from a sweet dairy whey. So let's talk about, a little more about what the significance of that is. Now, most whey comes from cottage cheese production, and it uses acid hydrolysis, enzymes, and heat to manufacture the product. Okay. Well, the heat and the enzyme used in most of these whey proteins, it actually changes the configuration and therefore the effect of the whey protein. Now, what Ocean Avenue has done is they have maintained the original three-dimensional shape to the peptides that are actually perfectly made to fit into receptors that we have in our cells, and this causes the true biological effect that whey is created to do. The true power of whey is able to come out. And again, most whey proteins, by the time you get them in the canister, they have completely lost that three-dimensional peptide formation. Now, glutathione, this is a glutathione shake. This is an essential antioxidant that we have already in our body, but the levels naturally go down with age. So this is a product that is good whether you're an athlete and you need better recovery from one workout to the next, or you are just someone out there working in the yard or painting the house, or, the weekend warrior, and you tend to be that person that you're just, you just feel stiff and sore after you do something like that. This contains a very high branch chain amino acid content, and branch chain amino acids are the building blocks of muscle and protein. So because of that, this product provides a huge anti-catabolic protection. Now, the importance of that is most diet or weight loss or nutrition plans, they are actually, catabolizing or breaking down the muscle in your body. So, of course, we need that muscle to burn fat. We need that muscle to build strength. So the last thing that we want to be doing is breaking down that muscle. Okay. This has just a very small amount of stevia in it. It only has 80 milligrams of stevia, whereas most other whey protein shakes, here's the typical process, okay? Now, when I discuss that whey protein, that peptide protein elongating and breaking that three-dimensional shape, when that happens, it actually creates a bitter taste to the whey. So naturally, whey protein has a pretty sweet flavor. The fact that Ocean Avenue uses specifically sweet dairy whey also adds to the sweetness of it. So what ends up happening in a typical whey protein shake is that, that amino acid, that peptide is opened up, which is going to cause a bitter flavor. So then they have to add so much artificial sweetener to try to cover up the bitter taste of the whey. Well, then they end up putting too much artificial sweetener in there, which adds to the bitterness and typically creates an aftertaste. And then because they've added all of these additional sweeteners, it's still going to create an unwanted insulin response in your body. Okay, so that would not be typically a good product for diabetics. So what Ocean Avenue has done that's so different is they don't add any carbohydrates. Okay, some products add a carbohydrate like maltodextrin, which again is trying to create a better flavor. So Ocean Avenue has no need to add any additional carbohydrates. It uses a very small amount of stevia, and the additional sweetness comes from natural berry flavor. So you're getting the flavor of the natural berries, and then you're also getting the antioxidant component of those berries. And there's actually a patent pending on that entire process. Okay. And the other thing is, we want to be able to pronounce all of the ingredients on the label. And that's what I love too about Franco's formulations, is that he makes sure that his children can pronounce everything on the label. So Way Beyond for 30 servings is actually $89.95, which breaks down to about $3 per serving. This is something that you, if you're working out on a regular basis, you would want to take before and after your workout to provide prime recovery from one workout to the next. Because, what's happening when you're working out, that soreness and that burning that you feel during the workout, that's lactic acid building up. That soreness that you feel the next day and the following day, that's actually inflammation. So the ingredients in this Way Beyond shake, and definitely in the next product that I'm going to share with you, are going to dramatically help with that overall inflammation, okay? So let's move on to Empower. Empower is something that I really predict is going to change people's lives in a big, big way, because it is a complete anti-inflammatory supplement. And more diseases now are being linked to inflammation. So here's just a list here that I've found that are direct diseases caused by inflammation, and they include allergies, arthritis, atherosclerosis, and all forms of heart disease, autoimmune disorders, bursitis, cancer, diabetes, neurological disorders including ADD, ADHD, Alzheimer's, autism, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, tendinitis, and then diseases like obesity, they're finding are linked more and more to inflammation, chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, even things like high cholesterol, because it's not, they're finding necessarily the LDL cholesterol that's bad. It's the oxidation of that LDL, which we'll talk about oxidation in a minute, and then also asthma as well. So this product alone is something that I believe everyone should be putting in their body, because we all have some level of subclinical inflammation going on in our body. And as we get older, it's just something that subclinical inflammation just naturally increases, okay? So the two main ingredients in Empower are turmeric and curcumin. And if you just Google turmeric and curcumin benefits, you will be amazed at how much information you can find. Now, there are obviously other products out there that use those two ingredients because they are two very hot ingredients right now. But what ends up happening is most of them add synergists to help with the bioavailability. Well, because Franco is a biochemist and he's extracting and looking at everything under the microscope, he actually extracts the exact compound that he needs from those ingredients, and he extracts them to be so small that they're easily absorbed. And it actually has taken him 10 years to perfect the proportions in this product. And this is the product that actually saved his life because, I mentioned he was diagnosed with colitis, and he was at the point where he could literally have bled to death. And within a week, if he didn't have surgery, that's exactly what would have happened. And so he realized that this product is what enabled him to go from being diagnosed with this disease, losing 50 pounds in a very short amount of time, being told by the doctors that he had a week to live if he didn't have this surgery, by walking out of the hospital with assistance because he believed in this product that much, infusing himself with these ingredients and what turned out to be this product, and gaining the 50 pounds back and going on to win a national natural bodybuilding competition. So he has a huge story behind this. This product also enhances tumor suppressor genes, which is amazing. This is actually the gene that protects a cell from one step on the path to cancer. And when this gene is not functioning fully, that's when the cell can progress all the way to the form of cancer. Understand that all soreness and stiffness is caused by inflammation. And like I said, we all have some form of it in our body. And there's this cycle that goes on. So, when you bite into an apple and it turns brown, that's oxidation. that is something that is constantly going on in our body. Our body is basically rusting every single day, and that oxidation leads to inflammation, and that just becomes a big cycle. Well, Empower is able to actually stop that cycle, and it actually allows your body to function like it was younger. So understand that, these different diseases thrive in cancer. Stress causes oxidation, which causes more inflammation. And all of this is going to reduce your resilience to disease. So what this product actually allows you to do is, because your body is naturally on an incline, okay, of this subclinical inflammation, if we can actually remove that incline and level that out, it's going to do amazing things for our bodies and our systems. And even things like losing weight is going to happen because we're naturally going to reduce that inflammation. And it's that inflammation that interferes with insulin thermogenesis. Okay. So again, an amazing product if you have any type of chronic pain, whether it's due to an accident or an injury or just any type of chronic pain that you've been dealing with. I highly recommend that you just give this product 30 days. You invest $65 for 30 days and see what this product can do for you. Okay. All right. So let's move on to Focus, which is another amazing product. I've absolutely fallen in love with it. It is something I will never ever run out of. And this is actually an energy supplement. But again, it'll say one thing on the outside, but there are so many different levels to what each of these products do. This will actually provide you sustained energy for up to or beyond 6 hours. So this is a great product to take right before your workout, or the way I've typically been using it is that afternoon time, 2-3 o'clock, where I really want to go and take a nap. I have taken it and I have just been amazed at the results. I'm just more alert. I can focus better. Everything just seems brighter. There's no jitters. There's no heart rate increase. Nothing like that whatsoever. Focus is loaded with B vitamins, so it's going to help naturally metabolize those carbohydrates again and use them as energy. It also has B12, which is going to support the healthy firing of synapses in your brain, which is, again, that's going to provide the clarity. That's going to provide the focus. That's going to allow you to really get the job done, right? It's going to deliver key amino acids, including D-L-phenylalanine, which actually improves resilience to pain and improves your mood. Hello. It actually includes also taurine, which supports insulin, brain, and cardiovascular activity. It also helps to support neurological development. Focus also contains tyrosine, which supports resilience to stress. Okay. And what they've done is it delivers a natural caffeine accompanied by theanine, which promotes a calming effect in the brain, and nitric acid support to the cardiovascular system to improve peripheral blood flow. So again, this is not like popping a Monster or a 5-hour energy drink or, a Vibrant or something like that that's just going to give you some instant energy. Again, this is functioning to improve the systems in your body. It's also going to improve the oxygenation of the brain and muscle and protection of the brain and cardiovascular tissues. And it's going to protect them from the negative effects of stress that can be reduced by that theanine ingredient I just mentioned. Theanine can also boost immunity, and the combination of the theanine and the caffeine significantly increases your accuracy, alertness, and focus. Okay. Theanine also has been linked to having an antidepressant effect. Okay. And the theanine and caffeine combination is shown to prevent weight gain, which is huge for anybody too, okay? So even if you're not trying to lose weight, none of us are trying to gain weight either. So for 30 servings of this, that is $54.95. All right. So, well, let me go back to this. So for fitness, here's how you would use these products. You would take a Way Beyond before and after your workout, have a Focus before your workout, and then use Empower the 3 times a day. Okay, so that's going to dramatically improve performance. It's going to improve recovery and improve your ability to just dramatically increase your performance in your workouts. So let's just talk about overall health. And like I mentioned, all of these products have their own distinct benefit. And when they're used individually, they're going to have a great effect. But when they're used in combination with each other, they're going to dramatically increase how things work in your body. Now, they do have some different packages, or you can just go and order each product individually. I recommend that nobody ever pays retail. They do have a retail component. I always suggest that people save the 20-30% and go ahead and buy wholesale. The only thing you need to do in order for that to happen is to get yourself set up on an auto ship, which you can change or cancel at any time. Okay. So there are different packages here. They have a Life Pack, which is the Wave Beyond and the Empower. They have a Trim Pack, which is the Wave Smart and the Invigorate together. They have larger packages, or like I said, you can go ahead and order each product individually. So with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap things up. I hope that provided some information to you guys. If you have any direct or more specific questions that I did not answer for you tonight, please do not hesitate to ask. I don't like for people to just not make a decision because they don't have all the information and they're not informed enough. So please don't hesitate to ask me any questions at all. And I really look forward to helping you and supporting you and truly monitoring the progress that you guys are going to make. So with that, thanks again for tuning in, you guys. Enjoy the rest of the night, and I will talk to you soon. Good night.